Last night, Joe Douglas and the New York Jets shocked and disappointed a lot of fans across the country when they took Will McDonald with the 15th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. But I'm here to make it make sense. Let's take a look at the former Cyclones All-22, and I'll show you why this pick has some merit, and I think he has a chance to be a standout pass rusher in the NFL. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? It's Luke here from Play Like a Jet, and we're back with another All-22 breakdown, this time looking at the newest New York Jet, Will McDonald IV. Look, this really divided opinions online. Everyone was expecting JSN, Kincaid, possibly even Kalijah Cansey out of Pitt, but they went with McDonald at a position that doesn't look like a need off the surface, but when you break it down a little deeper, I think looking past 2024, it really is. I like McDonald's tape. The first thing I want to point out is that he was utilized incorrectly in this scheme at Iowa State by Matt Campbell, kind of on purpose from the coaching staff's perspective, but he spent a lot of time at the 4-eye technique, that means head over the tackle, and the 5 technique. He's going to play a whole lot wider than that in this Saleh scheme. So let's take a look at what he offers as a pass rusher first. He's number 9, the left defensive end position here, left-hand side of your screen, and they're called the Iowa State Cyclones for a reason, and that's because of the spin move of Will McDonald IV. Watch this play at full speed. The acceleration, explosiveness, and the technique really blew me away on first viewing. I'm going to break it down a little deeper. Good get off here. Attack the outside shoulder, get the tackle concerned, and opening up his hips. You see the tackle shoots his left hand, he closes his hips, McDonald counters. Look how he viciously spins, but he gets that left arm and he wraps it around the tackle's back and propels himself into the backfield and comes through clean. Yes, it's not a QB hit. It's not a sack, but this is as quick as you can win a pass rushing rep. He's explosive, he's dynamic, and he's got a bag of moves. Just another example of this, slightly different situation against TCU. He's lined up just outside the tackle 5 tech position. And he's going to slide inside here, just minding his gap. Bit of a fit here in this look. He sees, okay, I've got the tackle in front of me. I got the tight end coming. Quarterback looks to be leaking out. He's playing with eyes up. Look how he spins to the outside and blows past both of them. Tackle's not paying him a ton of attention, just giving him that long outside arm, eyes to the inside, watching the T-tackle and that stunt that they've got going there. So what does he do? Bang! Foot in the ground, big spin, goes around both and puts pressure on the quarterback. Again, yes, it's a completion, but that's not what we're looking at here. We're looking at the movement skills, the ability to put moves together, to have eyes in the backfield, and these are a couple of really nice, vicious spin moves from Will McDonald IV. But his bread and butter and how he's going to win a ton in this scheme when he kicks outside even further than we saw in these clips and in these games that I watched on All-22 was his ability to rip and dip around the corner. It was fantastic. He is the bendiest, most fluid athlete in this class. Right hand side of your screen here. I'll let it play at full speed. Watch Will McDonald rip with the left arm twice and then just bend and flatten to the quarterback. Wrap up. Beautiful. It honestly doesn't get any better than this. There's a few things that really stood out to me with this play. Again, first step quickness, gets off the ball well. Early rip with the left arm. The tackle shoots his hand early. Look how he throws that left trail arm out. Will McDonald, bang, straight underneath it. Great job with the rip. But then watch, right here, the tackle's got hands on Will McDonald, who's only got a 235-pound frame. Usually a lot of these light edges will struggle once the tackle has them in this position, and they're riding them around the corner. It's not a great position for those light guys like an Ojulari. But McDonald's got really great hip strength and ability to flatten through contact. Look how sharply he turns this corner and gets to this edge, flattens, and is just in the quarterback's lap. Does a fantastic job with his hands, with his get-off, having a pass rush plan. Have a look at the rip, and then flatten through contact, get around that corner. Whew. There was some impressive stuff on the tape. It just wasn't very prevalent because he kept getting lined up in this 4-eye, 5 technique position, and it was doing my head in. But this is another great rep, and it really shows you the dip and the bend of Will McDonald. This was a really cool rep here against TCU. He's coming from the right-hand side of your screen this time, is McDonald, and what you're going to see is a combination of a lot of things I like. He's not raw. He was just utilized incorrectly. As I let this play go, I want you to watch the hands. Again, he fights that right hand of the tackle. Look how he grabs the wrist, controls it, and then what comes next? Dip, rip, bend. Look how quickly he flattens to get around this little edge against a quick pass set. Now I understand this is not a traditional pass rep. This isn't a true pass set, so it's going to look a little bit different because this is the college game at the moment. But these things translate. Grab the wrist, dip, rip, flatten. Look how quickly he flips those hips around the corner. That is impressive strength, again, with contact, playing through it, able to flip those hips even though he's only 240 odd pounds. And then let's get to the quarterback. Hands up. If you're not going to get there, have the wherewithal, have the understanding. You don't see this enough in the college game. Get your hands up in the passing lane, deflects it, and does a fantastic job. But it's just a culmination of all the talent in an odd kind of play and package. It goes from hand usage, dip, rip, flatten to the quarterback, get your hands up. Just another really nice job and accentuates his athleticism. Had a great RAS score, and that's not going to surprise anybody who's watched his tape. So this time, McDonald's coming from the left-hand side of your screen, and we're going to talk about the quickness, the change of direction, and the suddenness, because he is twitched up, and it doesn't just have to be to the outside. They called this a designed run in the end, so he didn't get a sack credited on this play, but have a look at him, just school number 77 on the left-hand side of your screen. Will McDonald, bam, quick feet. Look how he's slow off the line of scrimmage. He isn't trying to get there in a hurry. Little stutter step. Swipe those hands. Again, hand usage and variety. We're not just seeing dip and rip. We're not just seeing cross chop. We're seeing him here jump to the inside, violent swipe with the two hands, get to the inside, and this almost looks like Nolan Smith right here. He dips that shoulder and watch the footwork. His outside leg steps all the way across his body to penetrate, to get skinny in that hole and get north-south so quickly so that tackle can't recover, and he just drags Max Duggan to the ground. But it is all about the aggressive swipe with the hands, dip that shoulder, get inside with twitch, and then make the play in the backfield. Another great rep. Similar kind of thing against Texas, this time coming from the right-hand side of your screen, a more traditional pass set here. He's going to give him the little stutter step, threaten the outside shoulder, and just look at the speed. He 8 tackles for breakfast when he was given space. He often saw double teams, he often saw tight alignments, but when he was given a 7 technique and he was able to go and get it, bang, put that foot in the ground, make sure he uses that hand to get over the top with a little swim. Could do a little more refinement with his hands, but get over the back. Again, left hand on the shoulder, propel yourself through the hole and get to the quarterback. Almost causes an interception, and it's because of his ability to penetrate, to be quick, and this is what people loved about the Will McDonald tape. It's his quickness, it's the twitch, and it's the ability to win inside and outside shoulder. I've shown you examples of him flattening to the quarterback. We've looked at him using his hands, and this is just pure speed and twitch to the inside. He's got a really diverse package and way that he can hurt you, and I can't wait to see it from this wide 9 technique. Going back again to the TCU game, and this was one of the rare times, one of the only times that we saw him bull rush. So he's coming from the right-hand side of your screen against number 74, the right tackle. He does a great job here getting that long inside arm, his right arm, into the chest. Right now, look how he stands up the tackle, even though he's a 6'4" guy. He's got a really high cut waist, gets underneath, wins the leverage battle, stands him up, and I look at him just march him back into the quarterback. This is what I want to see more of from Will McDonald, especially coming from a wide alignment. He didn't look like he had a great bull rush. He doesn't have a whole lot of power to his frame, but there's no reason this shouldn't improve with, as I said, and I'm going to keep saying it through the video, better alignment, but also more weight coming through an NFL training program. He's got unbelievable length. His wingspan is that of a 6'10" type athlete. He's got enormous reach. If he can start going through the chest more and add that to the inside and outside and the intricate hand usage, he's going to be almost unblockable in these obvious passing situations. This was a good rep. Get the long inside stab and just work him back into the quarterback in a hurry. A really good job. And I'm going to finish the pass rushing with looking at what might have been my favorite rep of his through the whole of the season. Again, it's about the way he can stack moves together. He's an explosive athlete, but he has a plan and he shows variety. Right-hand side of your screen, watch him work here. Just does a great job stacking 3 different hand techniques around the corner and getting the quarterback. So what are we talking about specifically? Again, threaten the outside shoulder. Have a look at the extension and the reach on that left arm stab, the long arm to give himself space and leverage between he and the tackle, and then watch the right arm. Bang! Chop around the corner. He's violent and vicious with that right hand to chop down and then followed up with a rip with the left arm. So we're going long inside stab, chop, rip, bend and flatten. And then you know how it finishes. with another forced fumble. He had 10 of these in his collegiate career, but Will McDonald was so adept at using his hands in different ways, at bending and flattening through contact. How many times have I said that? If you let this kid rush from the proper alignment and do what he is, gifted and really born to do, you got a football player here. I know a lot of fans are going to think this is just me cherry picking plays. I cut all of this film before Will McDonald was drafted by the Jets. This is my honest evaluation of the player, and I think he can be a 10-sack guy in the NFL. I had him above Miles Murphy from Clemson for a reason. He was in the same tier as Lucas Van Ness, and it's because of these traits that you can see right here. There's hand usage, stacking, athleticism, hips, flip and bend. I really like him as a pass rusher. So that's a little taste of who Will McDonald IV is as a football player. That is his pass rushing repertoire and the strength of his game. You're probably thinking, yeah, but you've hidden the run stuff. I'm telling you, I'm going to get to it as well. I wanted to get this review out as quickly as possible, but he's got the potential to grow there. He's going to be used better, and I think he'll be great in this Saleh scheme, and will be able to hold up one-on-one against tackles in the run game. I really like his flashes, the athleticism, the hand usage. I think they've got a player here, so don't be scared. Step away from the ledge. Will McDonald's a dog.